So what happens is due to our old conditioning, uh, because of our previous conditioning, we may be having some bad habits which are taking time to go away. In the practice of devotional life, there is one aspect called dhairya, patience. The moment we board a train, suppose you want to go from Chennai to, let us say, Delhi. What is the process? You have to book the ticket. Once you book the ticket on the designated date, you go and sit in the train. As soon as you sit in the train, your confidence, okay, now I got into, there is a sense of satisfaction you get. The moment until you board the train and get into the seat, there is, you have a little bit of tension. You will be constantly looking at the watch. Am I on time or not? Is it getting late? Somewhere some traffic jam you'll get very jittery. Suddenly where this traffic jam has come about, I should reach the station in time. Moment you reach the station and sit in the train, finally, now I've reached. Now I'm confident that I'll reach Delhi. So the moment you board the train, now you see, if you start looking at your watch, I've already come and sat in the train. Why Delhi has not come? Why Delhi has not come? You start calling the next passenger. Why Delhi has not come? You call the TT. Why Delhi has not come? You say, what is wrong with you? You reach the train. No, please sit. It'll in due course of time. It'll reach there. It'll take 30 hours, 40 hours. It'll take you there. Don't worry. You sat in the train. You'll reach your destination. That means we have to have patience. We should have confidence and patience that now I'm in the train, I will reach my destination. So similarly, we have to have confidence the moment we start practicing devotional life that the anarthas will go out of our heart. We have to have the confidence, and with patience we have to execute our devotional service. At the same time, the quickest way to overcome those old habits and old bad habits is to develop more and more attraction for Krishna. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishva nivartate. If we artificially try to control the senses, then it's very difficult. That does not mean that we will let our senses loose. Whatever, senses are demanding, keep giving. And at the same time, I'll chant Hare Krishna. No. We should do our duty. We should do our duty and try to endeavor to control our senses. But if there are some old habits which are not going away, we should not unduly get worried about them. On the other hand, we should see how I can attach myself to Krishna more. If we attach ourselves to Krishna more, then what will happen is that the habit will go. So how to attach ourselves to Krishna? Read more about Krishna. Read the Krishna book more. Understand Krishna's, dwell on Krishna's qualities, and try to remember that pastime of Krishna. Suppose you go to bed at night, just before going to bed, 15 minutes we read Krishna book. So the moment you get up in the morning, first thing you do is make it a habit, recall what did I read about Krishna yesterday night. And this way, if you increase the element of Krishna in your life, automatically you will see the taste for those bad habits will go away on its own. Rasavarjam rasopyase param drishtva nivartate. If we develop a taste for Krishna, then automatically all other tastes will go away. It'll all become tasteless. Actually speaking, when we speak of bad habits, the thing is that why we keep doing those bad habits is because we still retain a taste for them. So as long as we have not developed a superior taste, the inferior taste will remain. If we are used to eating stool, then until we have tasted something better than that, until we taste halwa cooked in ghee, our taste for that stool will not go. We'll still think it is nice. First is if we have to give up that, because you have hunger is there, you have to eat something, you will eat only what you are used to eating, until and unless you develop a higher taste. Prabhupada gave a nice example. Prabhupada said that once one person, he was wanting to keep a servant at his home. So every time he would appoint a servant, the servant would stay with him for 1 month, then he would go away. So he was finding difficult to retain the servant. He this man, he went and asked this friend, you see, I'm finding it very difficult. Every month, I'll recruit a new person, and after 1 month, he leaves and goes. What to do? This friend, he gave me good advice. He told him, I'll tell you one advice, you follow that. He told him, what should I do? He said, every day to your servant, you cook nice different kinds of rice, basmati rice and ghee, and you provide him. This should be his lunch. Every day you provide, and the regular salary, whatever you want to give, work you want to give him. So he thought, what basmati rice has got to do with this? Anyway, he is telling, let me try. New servant he appointed, and as per what he said, every day he started feeding him basmati rice cooked in ghee, and he was feeding, and the same work, same salary he was getting. After 1 month, that man left and went. So this man went and told, see, I followed your advice. At least if I had not given him basmati, some money I would have saved. Now that money on the basmati and the ghee is also gone, the man is also gone. This friend told him, don't worry, wait for a couple of days. So this man, okay. After 1 or 2 days, that servant came back. He said, sir, I want to continue. I don't want to leave. Please retain me. Why? Because he had got used to eating basmati rice cooked in ghee. When he left the job and went to another place, he was getting third-class rice. And having got the taste of basmati rice, he could not eat the other rice. So he gave up the other job and came back to this man. So this example Prabhupada gave to illustrate how once we develop a higher taste, automatically the lower taste will go away. In a similar way, we have to increase the element of Krishna in our life. Automatically, all our bad habits will go away. This is a factual thing. There can be no bigger reality than this. So the simplest solution is, if there are some bad habits, they are not going away, chant more, read more about Krishna. Read more Krishna book, chant more, and if you are not so much interested in reading, watch Little Krishna serial. More and more you watch, then what happens? You will see it will have a very big impact on your life. The more you read, if suppose you are already reading, you increase the number of times you are reading. Read 3 times in a day, Krishna book. You will see the more you are able to remember Krishna, automatically, when the thought itself will not come to your mind to follow some bad habit, it will automatically go out of your life. This is the secret. This is the secret weapon. This is the Brahmastra. You deploy this tool, then unfailingly it will work. It is a principle. It is a spiritual principle which will unfailingly work. That's all that we have to do. Increase the content of Krishna in our life. Attend this one, sadhana, come to the temple if possible, attend the morning program, attend Shayana Arati, increase the content of Krishna in your life, all the bad habits will automatically go out from your life. Actually, we all have experienced this, isn't it? When we started chanting one mala of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we had so many bad habits. We were drinking coffee, tea, smoking, eating meat, so many things we were doing. As we increased the number of rounds of chanting, we made it 4 rounds, coffee and tea went out of our life. We made it 8 rounds, onion and garlic went out of our life. We made it 16 rounds, meat went out of our life. We didn't have to do anything else. Today, if somebody comes and gives us coffee or tea, we have no taste for it, lost the taste for it. Why? Because we are chanting Krishna's holy name 16 malas every day. This is the power of Krishna. Simply attach Krishna to your life, all bad habits will go away. There is no better way to do it than this. The easiest, simplest, most powerful way to drive bad habits out of our life.